What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the United Stand. Come on! But wait. Let's get rid of all the nonsense. We need to talk about it. There's an elephant in the room. Where's Zayn Miassi?
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Give him time. He'll be here.
No. I'm going to take my time with this one. I'm sorry, guys, but Arsenal, you are dead. Arsenal, wait, you lot started dancing for party at the beginning of the season. Party, lost. Yeah. About my what? About my dad. Like a what? Like a can't score. Listen, how dare you, bro? We're Arsenal in the league. Oh, wait, they're so low, yeah. Pepe can't even do this, bro. Wait, where are they? Seriously.
10th, I think.
9th, 10th.
In the mud.
Lower than a snake's belly.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Wait. They said
They want to Arteta out now.
No. They wanted good evening out, yeah. So they got rid of good evening.
He's knocked them out.
And he knocked them out in the evening, fam. What is this? Wait, it's almost done. I'm almost done. Arsenal are a joke. That's it. Like, you know remember when they beat Arsenal, didn't I take your time with it?
Off a penalty.
Oh, I'd hate to be you, man. Anyway, we're through to the finals. Let's go. We did it. It happened. We did it. We're marching on. The Reds go marching on. Jay, you done a great job. You done a great job, by the way. Hosting the show, you smashed it. Drop a bomb for Jay.
Fair play,
So,
Jay.
you know what? I'm gonna go straight over to Jay. Really, Jay, talk to us. How do you see this game? And what about
first of all, I got to say, anybody going forward that even dreams that Dean Henderson is a better goalkeeper than my man David De Gea had better wake up and apologise.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
David De Gea tonight made more world-class saves than Dean Henderson has in his entire career. Yes, Jack, I'm talking to you, my friend.
Jack?
But we'll hear from Jack in a second. So I know now what everybody is waiting for, and it's La Bomba time, KG. It's La Bomba time. Es el tiempo para dejar dos bombas por mi hombre, el matador, señor Edison, número 7, Cavani.
I don't speak Welsh, Jay. I don't know what you're on about, mate, but it sounded good.
Wait. Wow, we got breaking news.
Oh, is it? I knew it.
Oh,
I knew
Love
it.
that.
What a lad.
Fair play.
We'll be back next season. No, you're not.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
If we made it, we would have beat. Bro, you can't even score against Villarreal. I don't want to hear you talk about us. Here you go. Someone said, Joe Rich said, Zayn is crying into his mum's bank account. Wait, hold on. KG, can we get a useless in that? BD Club Arsenal.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Right, back over to Jay. Go ahead.
Okay, listen, guys. Obviously, very happy that we finally have sustained a semi for 90 minutes, and now we are all the way into the final. A 90-minute semi is almost a good thing, boys, but now we've gone all the way to the final. And I want to give Zayn Miassi a bit of respect there. To be fair, guys, he puts out a super chat on every single show, and tonight he could have easily went hiding. So Zayn, respect you tonight. And you know what? I'm glad that we got Villarreal in the final, because you know what would have happened. If we got the Gunners in the final, they would have turned up and given us a very, very tough game. And as you know, guys, the sun shines in every dog's ass once in its life. And to be fair, the odds on Arsenal getting sunshine in the final could have been very, very high. So I'm glad we have Villarreal. So big up, Zayn.
Yeah. No, honestly, I totally agree. I had to walk out the room when Arsenal were playing because I was like, it would be me to ruin things. You know, just by watching it. I walked out and I heard Arsenal out. I came back into the room laughing. Anyway, amazing. I can't believe it. Only on the United stand would we have the real Cavani just after getting his goals. He came he's right now with us on the show, with the poster and all. Let's go. Cavani talk to us.
I was dressed completely different like 2 minutes before live, and then Jordy's like, well, if you have your hair like that, you may as well go put your zebra shirt on, get a plaster. So tribute to what a signing he is. I think the United Stand account put out like best panic signing ever, and he literally has to be. He's just absolutely out of this world. Like it took a while for the likes of Bruno and Pogba and everyone to get used to his runs and stuff. And now they just know, like Bruno has it, like instinctively, he knows as soon as he gets the ball in those sorts of positions, he knows where Cavani's going to be and where he's going to run. And they're just telepathic at this point. And it just, I said on last show that the only team left in the competition that can knock us out is United themselves. And I was very worried during this game that, as always, our mentality was going to end up knocking us out. It was insane that we were looking at some points like we were going to throw that, but it just shows people before the game was like the teams that they were putting out, like their predicted 11s that they would play, and you'd have like Ahmed in and stuff like that, and who obviously is a really good player, but they were putting out like complete reserve sides. We saw just by swapping Wan-Bissaka and Shaw how much that team completely fell apart. So can you imagine if we'd have played a full reserve team and we wouldn't have had Cavani and Bruno on to sort those 2 goals out at the start, we would have been in big trouble. Because if that was like 3-0, we would have been in absolute panic mode. Ollie was actually smart to play our full strength team, so credit to him for that. But it is kind of worrying the defense. But I think it more just comes down to a mentality thing that's happened so many times with this team, that they went into this game thinking they were through, and everyone was saying, "Oh, they've got one foot in the final and everything," which we saw tonight. That was not the case. But yeah, obviously De Gea was brilliant as well, and it will open up more questions for the next game now if he'll start or Henderson will.
Hey, this is it. So here we go. Give it. Oh, wait. I can't sing it. As good as the main man. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the one that can sing this song with that, bringing that raw mank flavor. Kev, over to you, bro. You got the super chat as well.
Give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals.
Come on.
Thank you.
And then you had to do the...
Yeah.
Yes, it's on. The floor's yours, bro. We did that. We won that. I'm gassed, man. I'm like, obviously, it's mad because we've gone into this. We've won. I mean, we've gone through, but it's kind of like, it's not like damp, but then you wish you didn't play the game like that. But that doesn't matter. So anyway, Kev, go on. The floor's yours. What are you thinking?
Listen, the only negativity thing you can sort of look at, you look at the fact that really over these 2 legs, we played 2 halves, which has been Manchester United all over this season. You know, we play 1 half of a game, which is the worrying thing. But listen, the job was done at Old Trafford last week when Manchester United blew Roma apart in the second half. And that's it for me. We went into this game. I'll tell you one thing. When I seen the team lineup today, very surprised, because you look at it and you think, well, apart from the fact that Donny van der Beek got a start, I said this earlier, I was like, if this man doesn't get a start tonight, you know, he has got no chance, right, at Manchester United. But apart from that, I thought Eric Bailly looked good. Cavani, I mean, I think we all just echo the same sentiment of thoughts about Cavani. I mean, since the likes of Van Persie, Ruud van Nistelrooy, we've not known a striker like this at Old Trafford. And it is laughable that some people question panic buy, this, that. You know, the questions were all there. But Cavani, even Pogba, Fernandes are just different class. I'll even go as far as at the minute to say that probably Cavani is more important to Manchester United than Fernandes is. Fernandes has gone off the boil slightly to what his standards are. Now, I'm not knocking Fernandes. I'm just saying at this moment in time, the way that Cavani is playing is unplayable because there's nobody else in that position that can do the job that Cavani is doing. Hopefully it stays at Manchester United. But listen, positivity this evening. We are through to the final, right? And we can have rival fans laughing at us, saying it's a Tin Pot trophy. It's the second string of the Champions League or whatever. Down with that kind of thing, right? We can only do what we're doing at the minute. We all know that Manchester United, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when it comes to semis, and that's not an innuendo or anything, when it comes to semi-finals, we've fallen. And we've made that next step now. We need to do it under Solskjaer. We need to, for confidence of the players, hopefully we can do it. But I will say one thing about team selection today, right? The protest at Old Trafford on Sunday. If United played Liverpool that day, I really do not think that team would have got chosen today. I think Solskjaer looked at this as a bit of a practice game and thought a bit of a run out because you wouldn't have gone full strength after being 6-2 up in the first leg.
No, I have a feeling
that's the way it is.
We'll talk about it. Let me get this Ronald Jacob super chat out. Guys, can we appreciate Ollie? People call Ollie the P teacher and Arteta a coach as he won the final in the FA Cup with Arsenal in form. Now Ollie's in the final and Arteta and out of this he's the substitute teacher. Love that. Karen Moore says, what happened to Brandon? Bro, what happened to Brandon Williams? I saw him as a serious challenger for right back in the next few years, but he's been awful for a year now. Where else is there? Arsenal are shit.
It's not even. You can't even. It's just.
Yeah, you said that though, but none of us wanted to face him.
No, we didn't.
100%.
No, because that's when they'll turn up.
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah, that's true, Kev. You did.
Yeah.
Here you go. Tanya says, even if it's a panic buy, we should still appreciate Ollie and the team to go for a striker. The season Martial and Rashford had, it would have the season Martial and Rashford had, it would have been easy to ignore. It's true. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to give the Glazers any credit, so no. Yeah. All right. Cool. There's so much more to talk about, bro. We're through. Who am I gonna go to? Jack. We've been waiting to come to you, bro. You were chatting shit about Henderson. You were talking about saying that. I'm ready for this one. You were talking about De Gea.
Man was saying what?
No. You were like, De Gea, it's time for him to go. I think he's on the way down. He's on his decline. This, that, and the other. All this rubbish, all this jazz. Yeah. What did De Gea do? De Gea keeps us in this tournament because those guys were trying to fumble the bag. Over to you, Jack.
You know what? On behalf of everyone at United stand and everyone watching, I have to hold my hands up and say I've got no leg to stand on. I can't even, a bit like Sunday when it was all on me. It's all on me again. I can't. I can't. He was so good. I enjoyed watching him so much. He was so good. I just want to quickly draw it back to team selection quickly because I'll be echoing the other guys' points, but obviously so happy to get through to the final. So happy that we're facing Villarreal still. I don't really know kind of how they play, but I think Emre will sit deep against us and it'll be kind of playing against that low block again. But I do fancy us, and I'm really gassed to get through. In terms of team selection, I totally agree with Kev. I think if that game against Liverpool went ahead, I don't think we would have gone as full strength as we did today. But you know what? I was thinking a little bit about Leipzig in the Champions League and we went 3-0 down there. I was just thinking, Ollie wants to go full strength, get that first goal. And when Cavani scored, I literally thought then it was over. But you know what? Fair play to Roma coming out second half. And I think a big thing was taking off Wan-Bissaka and Shaw and putting Williams and Tez in. The fullbacks Robbie Savage said it in commentary, but the fullbacks played so narrow, and it was so true. They were whipping crosses in left, right and centre. But 60 minutes, the save off De Gea, absolutely. He was incredible. And it almost kind of, he was man of the match by far today, and it was world class. That save in the first half where it was kind of they thought it was handball, but he like tipped it onto the bar. It reminded me of Arsenal away about 3 years ago when he made about 14 saves. It was so similar to that because everything was going in. Everything was going in the box. He was saving left, right, and centre. I don't want to be negative and bring on criticisms, but I do think Van der Beek on the left, playing out on the left, he just looked a bit lost for me. I don't know what you guys think, but I just think he looked a little bit like Pogba coming in deep. I liked him there with Fred in that pivot, even though Fred for the second goal, I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to do the flip flap or whatever, trying to put it through the guy's legs and he's put it top bins. But if you look at the 3 Roma goals, De Gea can't do anything about either of them. The first goal, Dzeko's got an open goal. Second goal by Cristante, he puts top corner. And the third goal was a deflection off Tellers. So I'm really happy we got through that unscathed because I think a lot of us would have been sitting there at what was it? Like, what was the score on aggregate? It was when they were 2-1 up, and when that ball went in and they nearly scored a third. Man was sitting there behind the pillow. It was bad. I literally was so nervous because I was thinking, I knew Arsenal. I thought Arsenal were going to nick a goal. I thought Arsenal were actually going to nick a goal and go through. They're terrible.
They hit the post as well, right near the end.
Yeah, I had one of my mates message me, he was an Arsenal fan, and he was like, yeah, we'll nick a goal and all that. And then when they, as KG said, like the moment we knew Arsenal were out, I was gassed. And honestly, hand on heart, I think we'll be fine in the final. I think we'll be fine. If we put out that, we have got Champions League players, as Kevin J have alluded to already. Pogba, Fernandes, the link-up, Cavani's movement in the box. We have got Champions League players in our starting 11. And David De Gea, big up, my man. Honestly, big up. And respect.
So, wait, hold on. You got to read the super chat. Just want to know what you think about it. Go on.
Jack, just a quick one. Sorry,
Yes.
I was just going to say, a mate of mine, he's a window cleaner, very good friend of mine, Steve. He cleans all the windows around Cheshire and that. And he was at Dean Henderson's house and he managed to peer in his bedroom window. He reckons he's got posters of David De Gea on his wall. Just a bit of an exclusive there for you.
Throwing darts at it.
Jack. Good chat, mate. Do you want to read that one out? Do you want to answer to it?
Have I got to do it in the Unai Emery accent?
No, you can just be yourself.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I think we should all stick behind Henderson because he will play on Sunday. So as much as we want that, will De Gea play? Will De Gea play Sunday?
As much as we want, we.
Yes, we all back the boys. We go out there. We all go to the games. We back the boys. The 11 that go out on the field, we back them. Henderson plays on Sunday, we back him. Because I still think Henderson's our Premier League goalkeeper. But I just want to, bring the floor to Flex and all that. And all. Like, what happens to De Gea now going forward? Because what happens?
He'll still get sold.
He's still going to get sold.
Do you know why? This
wait. Zane's put a 99.99.
No.
He spent. You know what Zane's doing? He's spending this. He's spending the money that he put aside to go to Poland, bro. So he's putting it on the super chats, bro.
Useless.
Oh, Flex, that's Arsenal's transfer budget for next season.
Flex, you want to do the super chats?
Yeah. Sahaj says Ollie still doesn't trust his fringe players, and today was a good reason why. It should sometimes be about integrity. Players who hate to lose, we need. Zayn Miasi is in the cut, spending his bar crawl kitty because he thought he was going to Gdansk from bar to bar celebrating, and he's not. He's staying. I don't even know if Zayn is from North London, but he's staying wherever he's from, and he's spending his peace. Arsenal will rise from the ashes. You ain't even in the ashes, bro. You're in something deep. Ronald Jacob says, Zayn in the mud, Zayn in the cave wearing an Arteta t-shirt and crying as he just got spanked by Emery. Good evening. Oba who? Oba what? Oba nowhere ever to be found.
Absolutely useless.
100%. Kelly James says, honestly, guys, I wouldn't mind Pau Torres. He's classy. He did play quite well. He played quite well in both games. And Ajmal says, KG, can I get a take your time with it, please, from you?
You lot are embarrassing. Can you imagine doing a music video for what do you call it, Thomas Party? And there's no.
How good is the song? To be fair,
Hey, I might have to drop something. I might have to drop it. I don't know. I don't know if I drop it if we win or just drop it just because they're out. It don't matter. It's funny because they're out.
Let me know, fam.
Yeah, I might need you on the edit, KD. I might need you. Belly Visual says Rashford can't be starting in the final. De Gea has to start as also.
Interesting.
Whoa.
I don't think he will because it'll be Pogba, Bruno, Greenwood probably.
What you think, Rashford? Oof.
Because it'll be Pogba will be on the left wing, won't he? At this point in time, I would say. So it's between Mason and Rashford. And
what you think? But is Oli going to do that though?
Yeah, it's like Rashford is a massive name in the squad. Yeah.
Dave says De Gea's performance tonight reminds me of when Shay Given got man of the match for Newcastle against Liverpool, despite conceding 5 goals that day. He was good today. And Jack McCabe says, "Is that Cavani in the top right?"
Yeah.
Oh my God, you got a plaster on.
I realised when we'd already gone live, I actually have the headband upstairs as well. I should have put that on as well. But...
Oh, get the headband, man. I've only just realised it now. And Craig Thomas says, apparently Arteta has walked to play Captain Scarlet in the new film. He does look like a character from Captain Scarlet with his Lego head that you could just take off and put a different one on. He does actually look like oh my God, he looks like a Thunderbird / Stingray / Joe 90 / Captain Scarlet. That's what he looks like.
Like, like
or a Kendall.
Ken. He literally just like a perfect.
I got to take it here though. I got to take it here. I don't know if I'm late to the party and we've done these proceedings already, but Jay, what's in the notebook today? I need to know. I need to know.
Well,
we're in a final. Mad game.
I've already slated Jack and anybody. I said at the start of the show, anybody that even dreams that Henderson's a better keeper than David De Gea needs to wake up and apologise. And all credit to Jack. He's admitted he's wrong, and it takes a big man to admit he's wrong. So respect to Jack.
I seem to be wrong quite a lot, Jay, at the moment. So yeah,
Jay, and also Jay, just quickly, I don't think he really believes he's wrong. He's just doing it peer pressure because David De Gea just dropped a 10 out of 10. He won't think that next week.
Yeah, trust.
That's two. But
listen, Jack, you're training. You're studying journalism, okay? Yeah. And let's be fair. If every journalist that wrote a crap story on research admitted that they were wrong and took negative feedback, we probably have a much better media. So listen, respect to you for admitting you're wrong. And I mean that sincerely. Regarding the notes, guys, Cavani's goal today, Pogba wins the ball deep. And then that little flick on by Bruno. And then did Fred find his passport before the flight over? Because that through ball he played a Cavani. I had to look twice. I was like, was that Fred? Shocked. But then, of course, Fred makes up for it then when he loses the ball. He loses the ball for Cristante's first goal. And then
Fred, man.
People go on so much about Cavani and his link-up play with Fernandes. That's second goal tonight, guys. How many times have those two practiced that in a training ground? Class will always find class. And I'm not sure who discussed it earlier on the show, and you said that initially when Cavani and Bruno were playing together, they weren't linking up, they weren't clicking. But by God, guys, the last couple of weeks, they have clicked big time, and it's great to watch. Then I also saw was it the 74th minute, Cavani gets booked. Mason is getting niggled from the fullback. And basically, the fullback keeps going to Mason. Cavani's having none of it. Cavani speaks fluent Italian, and he goes in and has to go up the fullback. Like, that's a leader. That is a born leader. Yeah. And I don't care where you play in the pitch. If you have that innate leadership trait, you see one of your mates, he doesn't speak the language, a more experienced fullback, he's in giving your mate niggle, and he goes in, gets booked, takes one for the team. I thought that was very cute on behalf of Solskjaer. Take him off. Like, obviously, I would love to Cavani get a hat-trick tonight, but obviously Ole's okay right now. Cavani, that Latin temper is up. I've got to get him off. And he takes him off, brings on Rashford. And guys, tonight, Rashford, when he came on, I don't know about you guys, but for me, he looked very, very lethargic. Tellez a couple of times was playing through balls down the line for Rashford, and he just did not look at the races tonight for me, guys. He had 2 shots, one in the 87th and one in the 88th minute. And the shots he had, for me, guys, they were very lame shots. A pass on one occasion was on his Van de Beek. Rashford didn't take it. So Rashford, guys, tonight, yeah, he played a couple of minutes, but he did look at the races for me. And now that we have, 4 games and under a week, I will be very worried about Rashford's fitness. I don't know how you feel about that.
Wicked. Yeah, man. We have to, let's take that into a proper discussion as well. Let me just get through some of these super chats. Mike Bodigan says, why is there a plaster on Cavani's face? I've never known, actually. I don't know.
He's doing country grammar. That's why.
Was he in
mate.
like a car crash or something? Because he had like the face and he has the wrist as well. So I was thinking, is he in like a minor car crash or something?
I just think they just look good accessories. They just make him look sick. Like he just looks mad with it. Like
we've done that at the Kelly James one. I think we've done. All right, yeah, we got through them. Yeah, so let's actually talk about this Rashford thing in the finals. I actually think that Greenwood is looking more likely to start
over Rashford.
In a weird way. Greenwood's in form. He's waiting for his chance. Rashford, you could see, and that's why Rashford was doing things today that you'll probably be annoyed with. You know, he's just trying to just take shots from far, trying to almost force it.
Yeah, he was forcing it, yeah.
He's running, because I saw him really trying to move and run onto stuff, but then he couldn't get anything to work. Why? Because he knows now that the team has found some level of synergy, and Pogba playing the way he's playing, you can't play over there. Cavani and Greenwood seem to form this amazing relationship. So now it's like, how do you shoehorn? At the moment, you're looking at a situation where you got to shoehorn Rashford in. I love this situation. I think this is great because it can only bring the best out of Rashford. Unfortunately for him, you know, when you come into the pitch and so much has changed, the whole dynamic of the game has changed. You're playing with Tellez. Tellez today looked like he's never played football. Yeah. So usually he's used to the link-up play with Shaw. And he's like, what the hell is this? Like, what kind of reball version is this? Like, this is like Adidas with 4 strike. He wasn't enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? I did feel for him. But I do enjoy a final. I would enjoy a final with Greenwood just because of the way he's playing. His movement's nice. And then, yeah, we just need to give respect to Ole. I think that's one person, because we look at this season. If Ole wins the Europa League, this is a season that we would have said, this is incredible. He's overachieved. Not overachieved, I don't want to say that. But then looking at where we were, him getting second and winning the Europa League I don't know what you lot want to say, but I believe that would have been a fantastic season. If we said that at the beginning of the season, everyone would have been like, yeah, that's fantastic. I'm just going to throw that out to, actually, who am I going to go to? Let's go to Kev first. Ole gets us, wins us the Europa League and gets us second. Is that a good season?
I think you only have to look back probably to the start of the season, and any of us, any United fan would have thought, yeah, that'll be a good season. It would be good enough to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at least another season to see where we can get to. It is progression. The thing that will annoy a lot of United fans, and it's annoying me as well, is the fact that Chelsea and Man City are in the Champions League final. The fact that Man City are going to win the league. Man City have won the Carabao Cup. We're all looking at stuff like that. I really do think if it was a team you weren't asked about, let's say the year that Leicester won the league, you know, as a United fan, you weren't disappointed or looking at it and thinking, oh, you know, God, got to listen to them, because you don't have to. For me as a United fan, you know, that lives in Manchester, it's going to be very, very difficult. The Man City are going to win the Premier League. They'll wrap it up this weekend. But if they won the Champions League as well, I mean, it's bad enough Liverpool winning the Champions League than winning the Premier League. It's just because I think these rival teams have been so strong and we've fallen short and fallen behind that we judge Solskjaer and we put so much pressure on him because we want to be back up there. But it's going to take time. Anything takes time. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. And supporters, we've been blessed at Old Trafford. We've been spoiled over the years. Sir Alex Ferguson. We have to look at this as being progression if, and it is a big if, we've not won this final yet, but if we do and we finish second, I think we can look at it and say it's been a good season. But then again, we go into the summer and will the Glazers back Solskjaer for the transfer targets that he actually wants, which is a totally different debate altogether. We know we wanted Jadon Sancho last season. We can look back to the fact that we sold Cristiano Ronaldo for £80 million, which was a world record transfer at the time. And you could argue that was in, 2009? We've never actually replaced him. We're still looking for a player on the right-hand side. You know, Antonio Valencia, God love him, great servant to the club, was never going to replace him. And we have tried and tried, and we've never done it. It's not good enough for a club like Manchester United.
That is a lot of facts there. I'm just going to go through the super chats and then come straight back to that. Dale says we're second in the league that boasts this year's UEFA Champions League finalists from the real Super League. We should ease through this final. A Manchester Super Cup is on the cards as well. That would be interesting. Belly Visual says Rashford would suit Arsenal. KG get the best out of Rashford running down the wing like a broken PS control pad.
You know what? Can I quickly respond to that? Today, we've seen the picture. We've all seen the picture. Inter Milan. It's got Lukaku, Darwin.
Yeah.
It's got everyone young.
Yeah.
And then I look at it, and they knew what they're doing, taking that picture.
Yeah, of course.
Like, yeah, cast-offs here. Look at us now. So you lot keep playing these games, and you say you want to see Rashford out this club. You're not going to want to see that picture. You're not going to see. You're not going to want to see what he picks up. So just careful what you.
I kind of think that's the same with Martial though as well. If he leaves.
Yeah.
There's an argument for every single one of them players. That was just classic media. You know, look at all these ex-United players that are in Milan that are going to win, you know, Serie A. Well, all right, fair play. You know, who would you prefer now, Lukaku or Cavani, right? I'm sure we'd all choose Cavani, right? You look at Alexis Sanchez. What did he ever do at United? Would you prefer him or Rashford or Greenwood? You choose one of them. Darmian, seriously, Wan-Bissaka, you know, it's Ashley Young, you know, Luke Shaw. Every single, there is no argument. Yeah, it's just, I'm sorry, but I read that story and I was like, oh shit.
Let me just get through these super chats. Vignesh Ram says a good win today. We're in the final. Today's game we were shocking defensively. Defense was non-existent. David and Cavani were outstanding. I do think we need to rotate our squad. Some players look rusty as hell. Well, 100% because they haven't been playing as well. Now Neil B says no. Tuchel has done more in less time. Our standards have dropped massively. I don't see us winning the final if we play like we did. We played the semi. So Neil, very, very pessimistic there. Lee Taylor says Rashford going backwards and turning into a tall Dan James, says Lee Taylor. Just getting a bit silly now. David says, gentlemen, we did it inside. Keep David and sell what's his face.
The violation.
So close. We are so close to see old get his first. Get his first Ollie, get his first final, and hopefully not his last. Hashtag the Delhi guy. Big up the Delhi guy. He's always about. Miraj Marjan says time to partay. Batchker says we spent that 80 million on Maguire from Ronaldo. Nathan says look, my focus at this moment isn't on Ollie. Glazer out is the energy. However, I got my eye on Ollie. I expect better next season, stronger in the Champions League, and a better brand of football. There's loads of super chats here. Lee Taylor says Rashford. We've read that one. And we've read that one too. Yeah. And Loz says, respect, chaps. Enjoying this. To be honest, I almost don't want to win it. If we do, and assuming City beat Chelsea, we're still the second best club in Manchester. You know what? On that, and that's where it goes back to what Kev says. I think it is. I do see the side of like, I don't even really want to celebrate this, man. Chelsea, it's an all-English Champions League final. And it's like, when you look at it from one side, we weren't even supposed to be here. The fact that we're in this is because we didn't even get out of the groups in the Champions League. We never set out with the intention of winning this. But I do agree with what Kev's saying. Like, you can't go too wild with it, but you do have to say, at least Ollie, if we win it, will have his first, kind of major trophy of some sort. Massive for the players, massive for Ollie to finish second and get that, even though the way round we did it wasn't what we set out to do. I think you do have to look at that as progress and then look to next season to say, right, last season was an all-English Champions League final. Last season, Man City walked the league. Last season, they walked the Carabao Cup. Last season, we went out in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And better that. We need to challenge for it. Mike Sharp says, Flex, KG and Kev, unfortunately, I don't fancy men, but if I did, I could have kissed you on Sunday. Great to meet you guys, and let's keep it Glazers out. Big up Mike Sharp. And I think we are all up to date with the super chats. Go on.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that because there is that thing of looking across the road or looking down, looking at Man City. Man City are in a totally different place to us in terms of you look at the strength and the depth in their team. Their players are not going to come on like we were bringing on Brandon and Tellers. No disrespect to Tellers, but you can see they have a second team that's just as incredible. Man City have a lot of players. And you look at Chelsea. When Chelsea played Championship Manager this season, Lampard was just not a good enough manager. That's all that happened there is they had the good players. Did they have the person that was deciding what to do with these players? They didn't. Now their qualities come in and they already have quality there. They're expected to be there. Chelsea are invested in. Us is a completely different situation. How many? We can only name 4 world-class players in our team. And Cavani, Bruno, Pogba,
De Gea,
Jack.
Sure, this season if we're
only for the season, but to call him world class, it's a bit.
He has been up there with like any left back in the world this season.
Yeah, he's been in world class form this whole year.
Yeah.
There you go. But then you need. There's a difference, and we know that we have been a part of a rebuild. When Ollie came to the job, how many years did we say we need to give Ollie before we should expect a lot of things? I think we all reset the clocks. Yeah, but now because our rivals are winning, we kind of sped up that process. But then it's not like the owners are doing what they need to do to back Ollie. Ollie wasn't back last season. I don't care what anyone says. And he probably won't be back this season again. So this is the problem because our expectation will continue to grow. Is the club going to offer the finances and grow with Ollie? I don't think so. It's really tough. But yeah, whoever wants a floor.
No, I just wanted to say about the I think for me personally, I look at Martial now coming back from injury. Martial doesn't get anywhere near our starting 11. He doesn't you look at even with Rashford and Greenwood or whatever, but you see Pogba playing out on the wing and that's saying something. And I think bringing in Cavani, there is some positive, going forward, looking ahead to next season. You can look at it and think, right, if Ollie gets the Europa League under his belt, he's got the Champions League. We want to get further in that competition because ultimately you do look at Chelsea and City and it is very easy. You see the way City played on Tuesday. You do look at that and think they've got 2 players, as you said, KG, to every position. But I totally agree with Kev and everyone else's points. I think it's a slow process and I think we are going in the right direction. But I think Cavani, I wish Cavani was 3-4 years younger and we had him another. Imagine, you look at his movement and you just think if he was 3-4 seasons more of Cavani, he could honestly do it. And next season, packed Old Trafford, I can't wait for him to just start banging them in. And genuinely, how many are we setting him for next season as a target? Because the sky's the limit for him.
Depends.
Rio said something totally different. Rio said that we should still try to bring in Haaland and Kane. He said, I love Cavani. He said,
I genuinely think Cavani, the inclusion of Cavani, I think has just revolutionised this team. I genuinely, it's massive. I can't believe I'm saying that. When as Kev said, a lot of us were quick to jump on the bandwagon, panic buy. When we got it was different, obviously lower caliber. But when we got Igalo in, it was done so last minute. We were we're just bringing Cavani. He's 35, But Yeah, the fact I'm comparing Cavani and Igalo actually is a joke, but yeah, I'm comparing a ex-Watford striker with one of the best strikers in Europe. But honestly, his goal scoring record speak for itself. And I look at Martial now, and even if we're looking ahead to the final, he doesn't get anywhere near Ollie's plans for me in terms of our front four. I think Pogba has to play on the wing. And yeah, but I also wanted to talk about like the fact now we've got 4 games in the next week where the rotation kicks in now, because Matic and McTominay have to kind of be brought in for me on Sunday against Villa. I think Pogba and Fred will come out. I think there's so much to contend with. I think Van der Beek, it would be great if he got Villa and Leicester under his belt, but then Liverpool, what are we? I just want to know someone's thoughts on squad rotation. I don't know, like
I tried doing it. You saw my tweet.
Yeah, I know.
I tried doing it, and it is so hard because when you go through it, Dan James and Martial being out actually really makes things hard, because we have like when you see it like that and you put yourself in Ollie's position, we really have like absolutely no depth whatsoever. So then you're having to start Ahmad in games, which I don't think Ollie will do. Start like Shoretire, I don't think Ollie will do. So you're then just rotating between, like on the wings, just Pogba, Rashford and Greenwood, just between them three, between like all the games. And then Cavani will swap out with Greenwood again for certain games. And then it's like in my one that I did, I think Greenwood was starting 3 of the games. Cavani, I put in like the Liverpool and tonight game. And it's so hard when you actually try to do it yourself. But obviously, we'd want to see Van der Beek play. I think with how Tellez played tonight, Ollie might be a bit like, okay, just play Shaw in all 4 of the games. You'd think maybe Twanzebe could deputise Wan-Bissaka rather than Williams, but it really is. If you guys try it for yourself across that many games in such a short amount of time, and you look at our team,
you have to change it. You have to change it.
But if you like look at tonight's bench, like how many, like there was you have like Ahmad on, and I assume Shoretire was on, and then there was that what's called Elanga. Yeah. So it's like we have so many like youth players on the bench, even to show how shallow our depth really is. When you look at like teams like City and then Chelsea as well.
Yeah, kids can't get near their squads, like genuine kids, can they?
And
Jay, what? Yeah, go on.
On the Champions League, the main thing that frustrates me, tweeted about yesterday after Chelsea went through, is I look at all those Champions League teams as a whole, and apart from Bayern and City, I don't feel like that we're like completely inadequate compared to all of them.
Real Madrid were terrible.
Like if Bayern had Lewandowski, they'd have gone through it, and they had the potential to beat City. But I think apart from Bayern and City, who are levels above the
rest, they were missing Coman and Gnabry as well.
Yeah, but apart from those 2 teams, I don't look at them. Like we've gone against PSG, we've gone against Chelsea. We haven't been like completely outclassed. Same with like Liverpool. So that's the only frustrating thing.
Gabriel says, De Gea rattled Jack so much he's comparing Igalo and Cavani. Bloody hell, don't worry, Hendo will be a starter somewhere else or polishing those gloves. And I think we're actually up to date with the super chats. Jay, what are you saying about the rotation side of things?
Well, I just want to pick up on a couple of points raised first. To Kevin's point on what did Sanchez do when he played for us? He stole 400,000 per week as a wage. That's what Sanchez did. On Flex's point regarding start of season, will we take in second place? Guys, second place, that's not a lock. Those 4 games in a week, I think are going to really affect us. Second place, not a lock. We've taken second place and the Europa League. No, because the question you would ask is, how the hell were we knocked out of the Champions League to begin with? You're up in the Europa League. So no, I wouldn't. And on Jack's point regarding Martial v Cavani, ironically, Martial getting injured was fortuitous, because before Martial got injured, he was playing up top for us. He was ineffective. The phrase I use many times in the show, guys, was striker's first job is to score goals, show some ice in your veins. He wasn't doing it. And a lot of you on here, guys, I'm not going to call anybody up, but a lot of you on here made a big song and dance about Martial's build-up play. He does work off the ball. That's bullshit. You're centre forward, put the ball in the back of the net. So, ironically, him getting injured meant that Solskjaer had no choice but to play the world-class striker that we have in Edinson Cavani. And Mark, I'm going to call Mark out because Mark was very adamant that when Cavani was signed, now I love Mark, guys. We all love Mark, but he was adamant that, I'll get Cavani. Oh, God, he's going to be injured. Yeah, but when Cavani was signed, he had to go through the COVID protocol. Then it was the whole issue with his calling his friend a term of phrase that's used in Uruguay. He got banned for that. So Cavani's start with us, it was stop-start. Once Cavani got a run of games, we now see the link-up play and the synergy that he has with Mason and with Bruno. The guy is world class. B34 or whatever he is, guys. I'm not sure if he's age 33 or 34. The guy has one more season, I think, at this level, and we are lucky to have him. And I agree with Jack 100%. Martial being back fit, so what? I don't care. He can sit on the bench. He can warm the bench.
That's mad that we're even saying that, because off it but it is true. So true.
He'll still, if he actually gets back, he will still play games. But in the final, Cavani, 100%. But I still see
there's no time for it to change now.
I still see people saying Martial's a better 9 than Cavani.
No, but Flex,
Martial's
not getting anywhere in our Flex. You got to agree.
Guys, I want to pick up on tonight's game, right? I didn't get the fact that Pogba was moved from wide left, which we've all agreed in unison that he's been playing his best football over the last couple of months for the club on wide left. Tonight, he played in the pivot with Fred, and for me, I don't think it worked playing with Fred in the pivot. I don't think it worked.
So hold on. Are we saying that Ollie's right to not be playing Pogba there?
No, I said I think Pogba should have been played on the left tonight, and Donny should have been played in the pivot with Fred.
I mean in general, like he hasn't been playing there when he has.
I actually think so. Yeah, I think so. I actually think so. And we did a whole show about a month ago, guys, and we went into great detail. I think Ricky was on, and we were espousing how well Pogba played on the left in matches. And we also went into great detail about how his best games for Juventus were on the left. We did practically like half a show on it. So tonight, I didn't get the Van de Beek wide left and Pogba back in the pivot with Fred. For me, guys, it doesn't work. I would have Pogba on the left, week in, week out. And, your guys are on about squad rotation. Start Donny in the pivot. Why not? The guy played Champions League football with Ajax, got to a semi-final. We said many, many times, the Dutch system, how players learn up to age 12 to play in every single spot. So why can't you play in the Fred? With Fred? Fred is touted as having massive energy, massive tenacity, and they are his attributes. But playing a 5-yard pass. Now, I know tonight he had the assist for Cavani, and all credit to him. But in general, his passing is atrocious. So stick a Van de Beek beside him. And you know what, guys? We might even see a better Fred.
Yeah. Agreed. Sorry, Kev, what do you think of Pogba in the deep position? Did you enjoy it? Do you think not for me today? Do you think, as Jay's saying, back onto the left as soon as possible?
Just didn't work. Have to agree with Jay. I looked at it and I thought, maybe certain games it might work for him, but at the minute it is working for him on the left-hand side. I don't know exactly why, but maybe Flex has touched on something there. Do we have to give Solskjaer credit for that? Other people might look at it and think he's trying to shoehorn him in. He's putting him on the left because he's a big name, needs to get him into the team and stuff. It's not his preferred position. But for me, he is doing a job on the left. It's effective. He's further up the field and he's having an effect on games. So for me, I am not asked. As long as United are winning and we're moving forward, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Look at this news.
Bainesy says, since 2001, Spanish teams have played non-Spanish teams 15 times in Europe finals, Champions League and Europa. Spanish sides have won all 15. Man United versus Villarreal next.
Wow.
But how many
true.
Spanish teams have played English teams this season and just been spanked in all the
Battered.
games, apart from Arsenal? Arsenal,
Yes,
obviously,
Alex.
the ones that have to let the country down. But apart from them, like us beating Sociedad, Chelsea against Atletico, Chelsea, Real. And then who did Barca play an English team this season? So I feel like they did. Some other Spanish team, I swear, played an English team.
Well, Sociedad did.
Yeah, Sociedad did, and then Valencia might have as well.
Can't remember, but yeah, I do know that they've been in the mud. In Atletico got knocked out, didn't they?
Yeah,
Did
by
you say
Chelsea.
Sevilla played Chelsea? Oh, did you say that? Sevilla played Chelsea, didn't they? In the groups.
Oh yeah, Sevilla. Okay,
Right.
so it's mainly been Chelsea, but
Yeah, there
Guys,
you go. So,
on Villarreal tonight, one of the commentators on BT Sport said that we played Villarreal 4 times in the past and had 4-0 draws.
Yeah.
Which is astounding. That's astounding.
and Emery in the Europa League is kind of unmatched, isn't it? He must have like the most Europa League wins of any manager in history, doesn't he?
Anya Kaber says United still don't have a playing style. Our world-class players bailed us out. Chelsea would never have beaten Real Madrid if they banked on individual brilliance. NM says people seem to forget how we got to the Europa League final by crashing out of the Champions League. Not really that great. Credit to Oli for breaking the curse, though. Okay. Ben Thornton says Pogba in the World Cup had Kante beside him in the pivot. If we add a Rice next to him, maybe we see a better Pogba. And Irfan says I don't know. Does Van der Beek is if Van der Beek is good in the pivot with Fred? Van der Beek can pass quick. Imagine Fred having passes every now and then. Would he be good in receiving passes? I don't think Fred can play there. And Dale says United always beat streaks. Yeah, that is true. And Eric says, can I get an all right, KG? Hit the button.
All right.
That real HD flipping re-recorded affection. All right. And GGMU says 330 subs on the channel. Let's go. What a day. Big up the guys over there as well. The young guys are doing really well. Yeah. I just back to kind of like how significant this is. Yeah, I am kind of stuck in this like. I mean, ain't won it yet. We have to win it. But it does feel already, and I could just be me being a bit, Flet's why being negative, but it does feel a little bit already like, all right, well done, guys, quick, let's go again. Like, you can't really, if City win the Champions League and we win the Europa League, we can't be, on. So you have to just big up Oli to say, yeah, cool, the first one's in the bag. What we getting in the summer? Are we still on the Glazers' necks? Let's go again. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting into that already. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I just need to get to Poland and start drinking some beer. And you know what I mean?
I didn't do that because I saw City won the Carling Cup. Guys, them guys are celebrating it, and I know they got.
That's because they always win it.
I know because they got more to win. No, but we need to start to have that winning mentality. So we need to pick up cups. Ferguson was always let the guys pick up a cup as soon as possible. These guys need to feel what that is. Holding the medal, lifting up the cup and saying, I need more. These days are like, shouldn't be overlooked we shouldn't overlook the process. Certain times we always look forward to the new thing and not remember what the goodness that's happening now. So yes, if we get there, we should celebrate as fans. We've been in the mud for years, bro.
100%.
We are literally, this club has been so bad. I was almost thinking, because when you go to Old Trafford, we're so used to winning that we kind of don't celebrate stuff. It can be quiet at times. I don't know if you experienced it, but when I go, I'm looking at the club and I'm like, raw, like, we should celebrate this. Like, that was a good moment. And we won't really get up for anything. Now with being in the doldrums, I was hoping that hopefully this club starts to be excited about whatever we win, because it's not guaranteed. We had the 30 years and that was amazing. And I don't think we're ever going to see anything like that again. We need to celebrate whatever comes to us. And then that's the way it's going to feel better. You know what I mean? We're not entitled to any trophy, but I think if we do this and the players can feel it, they feel like a connection, they're going to go for more. That's all we got to do. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, Arsenal will never rise.
That's exactly what I'm saying, right, about how we gauge things like this. We go back to 1999, right? Arguably the greatest year in Manchester United's history. Man United won the treble, right? I've got a lot of Man City mates. That same year, they won the playoff division final against Gillingham on penalties, right? In the second division to get promoted to the first division. And they were all buzzing, right? Going, yeah, Kev, we're making our way back up. And I'm like, won the treble, you'll never win the treble. And that is why, it just shows you how football, you know, how it works, right? And City, don't get me wrong, City and Chelsea were irrelevant until the billions, millions, whatever, were pumped into them. And now they are relevant because of that. It's the why Manchester United and Liverpool sort of look and we think, well, we've made our money from being successful, whereas they've just been bought out and pumped money into or whatever. And it's just funny how it goes. But now it's a bit like eating humble pie, I would say.
I can't wait to watch it.
Hey, Ty said Ty was like, yeah, I think he has to go.
Oh, God.
I saw last week he was beginning to
Did he
break.
actually say that?
Oh, listen, we're not really out here trying to divert all the viewers to not watch this. But I have heard some. My phone's been going off. I've heard some nuts things,
bro.
About DT's one as well. I've heard some very nuts things.
For Ty to lose hope, yeah. Do you know what that takes? He's broken, fam, and DT's been supporting us.
No, but what makes it so much funnier, as we've all said, is that Emery, they got rid of Emery, and now he's come in and done a job. And they're like sitting there, Arteta there, you know, absolute prized possession, Pep's number 2.
You think Wenger would be coming 10th with this squad? No chance.
It's that old saying, isn't it? Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny? When Arsenal got like Arteta, yeah, they was like, he's the reason for Pep's greatness.
Yeah.
When I said you know how in their feelings they got when I said that he's like putting out the cones, he's there at 6:30. So I'm saying he's getting, you know, the little men, the little men that they put up for the wall to practice the free kicks.
Yeah.
I think Arteta sometimes think, don't put them out. I'll stand in the wall, do it around me. He's Pep's dog's body, mate.
No, bro, he's just a Spanish Brian Kidd, fam. That guy is out, bro.
Don't disrespect Brian Kidd like that.
Nah.
Wait, one thing I want to say, it's just near the end, can we take a moment? As soon as Greenwood was in a little bit of bother, Cavani went,
man.
He went, nah.
Right in there.
That's not happening. That's not what goes on around here. Yeah, you don't touch the young bucks. Because they tried to get onto Mason a bit. They were doing a little... They tried to get onto him and Cavani just came across and said, hey, that's not running.
Watch.
Yeah.
He came across with that South American, you know what I mean? It's not happening. And then man just calm down quick. I do rate that. But all right, it's kind of like prediction time now. At the end of the video. Jack, we'll start with you and go round, work our way round. Confident of this. We're beating Villarreal.
I'm never confident completely, but yeah.
Kev, we got
100%, 100% confident we will win the Europa League. Yes, you heard it here.
This is Clip City. I probably shouldn't even have done this. Jay, what are you saying?
Obviously, no game is over until the 90th minute, but I hope winning this Europa League, if we can win it, will be the genesis that we started off in 1990 when we won the Cup, then the Cup Runners' Cup, Super Cup, and went on to greater things. But that's the dream. And I don't believe Solskjaer will be backed in a transfer market to achieve that dream, irrespective of winning Europa League or not.
Okay, interesting thoughts there. Alex, Cavani, what are you saying?
100% confident that we'll beat City or Chelsea in the Super Cup final.
You literally said before, he said, I'm not bothered about the Super Cup.
I said that's already a formality. I'm looking at the Super Cup now.
Alex is looking ahead.
Yeah, no, that is the kiss. You're going to get clipped for that. 100%.
Oh, and that's in Dublin as well, isn't it? That is.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it in...
Lads, we're going on the piss. We are going on the piss, big time, lads.
We finally get to meet Jay.
Hold on a minute. That is in Dublin.
Is it actually in Dublin?
I'm sure it's in Dublin.
Connor was saying that the other day.
Well,
Jay,
I'll go
I think
check
it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Somebody Google it.
Oh, yes, Google that, Jack.
Just to be sure, to be sure.
Wait, while you're waiting, can we do the oh man, who was your man of the match? Because mine,
De Gea.
De Gea.
Oh no, gutted. It's on the 11th of August. Jay, what do you
Dubai.
What do you think of Belfast? Well, no, I don't like saying it, but what do you think of Belfast? Because it's at Windsor Park.
That's a shithole, Windsor Park.
There was such a silence there, and I was like,
that's a
"Oh
normal,
my
man.
god!"
Yeah. All right.
Is it not
Well,
on the
yeah.
It's not on the Viva in Dublin. It's not on the Viva in Dublin.
It's in Northern Ireland,
Huh?
Belfast.
Oh, it's in
Right.
Belfast, not Dublin.
Belfast. Okay, Belfast is a great city. All right, it's a great city.
Okay. I thought that
Love
was
Belfast,
it.
right? Great city. But Windsor Park, how the hell
Is it a
can
big
get
capacity?
a Super League final?
Yeah,
No.
the game is at Windsor Park, and the capacity is like under 20,000.
Is it like a
Oh,
rugby?
that's
Exactly.
weird or something?
That's
No,
weird.
it's not a rugby stadium. It's not. It's a
Okay.
soccer stadium, but it's tiny.
Really?
Okay. Well, I'm sure wherever it is, we'll get there anyway. It's over that neck of the woods. We'll get there and have a knees up, man. KG, confident.
I think De Gea was our man of the match.
Yeah. And don't try it. What are you saying about?
They get clipped. Nah, yeah, I'm feeling confident. We got the we got the best players. If we don't win, it's a disrespect. Yeah, I mean, Ollie will have to really look at himself, because this is all I've wanted. I said Ollie has to win a trophy. So if he doesn't win a trophy, I won't be happy. That's it. Yeah,
I hear
KG,
you.
can I just ask, what have you done with all them 21 banners? Because a mate of mine, his son turns 21 this weekend. Did you send them over or what?
Just saving them for next season.
man.
I was getting them out next year, Kev.
Nah,
DM me, mate. Anyway, sorry to do this on the show.
sorry,
Hey, big up Kev, you know. Kev needs to do like the sketch or the stand-up as well, you know. Kev's got it.
That's many mates, bro.
Guys, thanks for watching the show. I too, actually, am confident of beating Villarreal. Of course, it's going to be nervy. Of course, we can lose. We see what it comes down to when we come to the crunch game, but this is uncharted territory under Ollie. But, you know, let's see if we can get it done. I'm confident, but you never know. You never know, but we should be winning that, man. We are out of it, guys. We will see you guys very soon because the games are coming thick and fast. What day is it today? Thursday. So we'll see you on Sunday for the game. And I'll see you guys tomorrow evening as well. Peace.